Danya is on fire.
Goal after goal after goal and pure entertainment.
Hey guys, me and Manu are in Dortmund. Why? Because today is der Klassiker, the big matchup between Dortmund and Bayern. Everybody knows these two teams. As a football player, it's always been my dream to play in front of a group of fans like the Yellow Wall. And most people know Bayern because it's one of the biggest names in world football. But what is it that makes this matchup so special? Why do these teams hate each other so much? You know what? Let's go learn a little bit more. Oh my God, look at all the people. Let's go with them. So we're here in Borussia in Dortmund, which is where the team Dortmund was born. So let's go back to the history books a little bit. When the Bundesliga was formed in the mid-60s, this wasn't really a derby, it wasn't really a Klassiker, it was nothing. But then, things started to heat up around the 90s when Dortmund started nipping at Bayern's heels and really giving them a run for their money. Back-to-back Bundesliga titles in 94-95 and 95-96 didn't help that out. Add that to their Champions League victory against Juventus in 97, and Bayern is tripping out, okay? They don't like this at all. So things are really starting to heat up in the mid-90s, and the games become more and more passionate. So these are two German legends, Lothar Matthäus and Andreas Müller. Manu? Müller. Müller was known for his on-field antics, and in this picture, Lothar Matthäus is calling him a crybaby. But what you don't see is after that, Müller gives him a nice smack in the face. And then it only gets worse as the years go on. Hold on, I got another one for you. That's legendary German goalkeeper Oliver Kahn trying to kung fu kick a Dortmund player. What you also don't see in this picture is that he tried to bite another one shortly after that. So you tell me, why is this match so passionate? So it probably also didn't help things that Bayern swiped Dortmund's legendary coach right up from underneath them in the 90s. In the 2000s, both teams are pretty successful and things are really starting to heat up. In 2001, we saw the most undisciplined game in Bundesliga history. 3 players got sent off, there were over 10 cards. It was a death match. So Dortmund was kind of on a spending spree. And then things started to look down for them a bit. And actually, they risked going insolvent in 2004. Now, wait for this. Bayern Munich was a big reason why they didn't go insolvent, because they gave them a loan of like 2 million euros, which has since been paid back. But what? They gave them a loan? Okay, cut to the Jurgen Klopp era. In like 2008, Klopp comes to Dortmund. Relatively unknown from Mainz, but what he does with that Dortmund team is nothing short of miraculous. Jurgen Klopp really reignited the rivalry that was born between Bayern and Dortmund. Actually, with Klopp, Dortmund won back-to-back titles as well. And right where we're standing is where they actually celebrated. Absolutely crazy. Things really came to a head in 2013 when Dortmund and Bayern both met in the final of the Champions League, which was the first time that ever happened in history. Now, Bayern ended up winning that game 2 times because they won the game and they also stole Lewandowski. So that didn't help this rivalry at all. So we're in a pretty historic place and we got a little bit of history, but right now we need to do 2 things. We need to get some camouflage because we're not getting into the Süd Tribune like this, and we need to find some Dortmund fans to get their perspective on what makes the Klassiker so special. Let's go.
Hey Danya, what about the tickets?
Oh, let's go get them. Taxi, the first one. So people are a little bit testy with where we can film here, but we just got our tickets and now we're on our way to the game. So excited. Are you excited, Manu?
I am.
Oh yeah.
A bit scared.
Yeah, me too. No, von Dortmund fans. Schwarz und Gelb. Which one do you think's the nicest? How does this one look? It's cool, yeah? Okay, so I have a hat and I got a scarf, but to make my camouflage complete, I need to change my jacket around. Manu, hold this. All right, we got the black side of the bomber jacket. So I fit in more now? What do you think?
I think that looks pretty good.
All right, guys. Oh my God, okay, so the super Dortmund fans are coming and these guys just told us if they see our phones or our cameras, they're gonna smash them and break them. Can I do like a fake over my, ooh. I have to stand far enough away. Oh my God. This was a bad idea. You know that? This is a bad idea. Just so people know, we are sitting right in the middle of all those people. Let's go. Can I ask you a quick question? Why is the Klassiker so special?
Das ist Tradition.
Tradition. But why is it the German Klassiker? Because I'm from North America and I want to know what makes this game
Dortmund
so
and Bayern are
big.
the biggest clubs in Germany. The two biggest and the two best clubs. With the most wins, the most trophies.
It's better than El Clasico in Spain.
Better.
It's better.
Okay.
Yes, of course. This year is the first time for a long time that they're both on the same page.
Yeah?
You know?
Tickets? No, we don't want to sell ours.
Tickets?
That is a super fan jacket. I wonder if you could buy those. They're not stressed.
But it's fall. It's fall. It's fall.
No.
That is so correct.
Dortmund and Bayern are the best teams.
The best. But not
Yes.
historic.
In
Well,
the-
Bayern, yes.
In the youngest history, they are the best teams, and they made the greatest fight, and the games are very special.
So you think it is a real Klassiker?
Yes.
Yeah?
In Germany, I think.
Yeah?
This is the biggest game, right?
Yeah?
in
The
Germany.
biggest game in Germany. Who do you think's going to win today? Royce? Goal for Royce?
Yeah.
Where did this word Der Klassiker come from anyway? Well, it actually came from 2013 in the Champions League when Dortmund and Bayern ended up eliminating both Real Madrid and Barcelona on their way to play in the final. And in Spain, the game from Real Madrid against Barcelona is called El Clásico. So what did they do? They took El Clásico and they made it German. Now, no doubt about it, this Klassiker concept has been used as a marketing tool to increase the international awareness of this game and make it something huge. And you know what? It's worked.
It's always a top of the table clash. Like, it's just like always really competitive. Like, you know, both teams always want to win.
Space on the far side for Gnabry. Lovely delivery. Robert Lewandowski yet again against his former side. Bayern have been getting acres and acres of space on the channels. It's Serge Gnabry who's been on fire so far. And Momo Graffi's pointed to the spot. Royce against Manuel Neuer. Marco Royce sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Well, that's the way to respond. Borussia Dortmund, the leaders of the Bundesliga, are back in this game. That one takes a deflection. Gnabry, little flick for Kimmich, the ball across, and again at that far post. It's that man, you just cannot stop him. Lewandowski, Ishak, nice ball. Royce, what a finish! That's that up against Manuel Neuer. Paco Alcácer, lovely finish from the Spaniard. Borussia Dortmund go in front on another clinical counter-attack. Typical example as to what the Bundesliga has been this campaign. Goal after goal after goal and pure entertainment.
Oh my God, what a match. The atmosphere was ridiculous. And you know what? The tribuna was louder when Bayern scored. That is so crazy, oh my God. So Dortmund started off a little bit slow. It looked like they were respecting Bayern a little bit, but after halftime, everything changed. Who knows what Favre said in the locker room to them? But the fans were behind them the entire game. The atmosphere is absolutely ridiculous here. I think I'm wearing more beer than I've ever worn in my entire life. Great game, great experience. If you can ever get to one of these Klassikers, it's definitely worth it. So at the end of the day, some people call it a Klassiker, some people say it's not the Klassiker, but one thing is for sure, this is a great match and you need to check it out one day. Also, you should check me out on Instagram and DW Kickoff on Instagram and subscribe, and we will catch you next time.